Hey there. Is this thing on? So it's been a couple of months, and today is when I was supposed to be back. Well, I'm almost back. I'm almost ready. And I wanted to thank you for allowing me to take this time off to sort of close out the summer, start to get headlong into the fall and work on some of the rebranding and things here on the podcast. I wanted to take just a minute to tell you where we're at, what decisions have been made, what things that we're still kind of up in the air on, and when you can expect me to be back for real this time. Let's get into it. So, if you remember, a couple of months ago now, I made the announcement that we were going to be rebranding away from the subscription web design podcast. Of course, the subscription model is still a huge part of who I am and my sort of growth and journey as an agency owner. And it's one of the primary things that I can help you with and continue to help my own students with. So, we're not done talking about subscription web design and recurring revenue models by any means. But what I wanted to do was start to share a little bit more of not only my expertise, but just frankly, some of my trial and error as an agency owner. There's things that I want to talk about across really the three areas that I'm the most passionate about, which is the subscription model, of course, being one of them. The second one being scaling. Actually, the systems and processes and everything that go into scaling an agency, the marketing that's involved with that, the people that are involved with that, which I'm again not perfect on. I'm still learning on a little bit every day. And then, of course, the third being systems. I'm extremely passionate about systems, whether they be organizational or whether they be in terms of a marketing system or a lead generation system, things of that nature. So I have a lot of thoughts to share in those areas, and that's primarily why I wanted to rebrand and move just away from just talking about the subscription model and get into really talking about those three things: subscriptions, scaling, and then also systems as well. So that is the idea. And we are rebranding the podcast. The thing that I had told you last time that I had decided on was the Web MBA, to be the Web MBA podcast. Well, looking at it, talking with my membership group, talking with some of my students, what we've landed on is the Web Design MBA, the Web Design MBA. That way, it's a little bit more clear that I'm talking to web designers, and most people that I've talked to really love the name. They think it's very on brand, very on point. And so I am certainly excited about that. So we're still working on the website. We're still working on getting some of the things moved from the old website to the new website. And we're still working on, frankly, the brand, podcast graphics and logo and all of that. I was hoping that would be done by now, but it's not. So we have more that we need to do before we really relaunch the business and relaunch the podcast. But I wanted to pop in frankly, just for a brief moment to let you know that I'm still here. I'm not going away. I know many of you are wishing and hoping for the podcast to be back. It's going to be back as soon as possible. I'm doing some things right now coming off the heels of a very nice and refreshing 2-week vacation to shore up some things structurally in my own agency, clean up my own house a little bit. And then I'll be ready to get back to helping you with yours as well. Again, that's one of the things that I hope you appreciate about me is that I am in the trenches. Now, look, I appreciate those guys who have sort of scaled the mountain. They've come back. They've maybe sold their agency or whatever, and now they want to tell you everything that they learned. That's totally fine. The only problem with that is I think that advice has an expiration date. And so, again, it's okay as long as you realize that there's going to be a certain stage that those people are good at helping, and then they're not really ever going to be able to go beyond that. For me, I'm in the trenches every day. So when you say, "Hey, how are you responding to this sales objection?" or "How are you getting leads today?" or "How are you structuring your business for maximum efficiency and to make the most money?" You're asking somebody who's in the middle of figuring out those things for his business right now and sharing what he's learning along the way. Just a few steps maybe ahead of where you are. I'm not coming to you with an answer that worked 3 years ago that may not work as well today. So it's very, very important that I think you're following people who are in the trenches to some degree and staying up on it. Frankly, that's something I love about my mentor, Josh Hall. the way that he structured it, he's not physically in the trenches running his agency anymore, but he's on as an advisor, sort of an advisory founder type of role with his agency. So he's still staying involved in what they are doing, the decisions that they are making. And he's able to interact with a lot of people who are still in the trenches as well themselves. And so that's how he's able to, I think, keep his advice timely and relevant. And I think I have, frankly, very much the same strength, whereas maybe some others don't. So I hope you appreciate about that about me, and I hope that that's something that is very helpful for you as you continue to listen and grow. So very soon we'll be coming to you with the freshly minted Web Design MBA podcast and the website, where you'll be able to see the materials there. Just a reminder, if you are interested in joining our student center, you can do that for $5 a month and interact with me and many of your peers. Or if you would like to learn more about the subscription web design model, you can go over to steveschramm.com. You can find out about that there as well. Both things you can find out about there. And that's how you can learn about the courses, the course for how to actually get started with building a subscription web design business. If you like one-on-one coaching, I'm offering that option as well. You can find more information about that also on the steveschramm.co website. Okay. Until then, we will see you. I'm hoping for the 1st of November to be able to come back to you. The first Thursday in November will hopefully be the newly relaunched podcast and website and all of that, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope you have a great fall running your agency, and I'm excited to get back in the saddle here and helping you with your agency week in and week out. Take care. We'll see you soon.